more would be in the same category of like fishing. Just in the way that, you know how fishermen
the stories
always
get
like,
bigger and bigger.
I caught a fish this big. Well, because your buddy was...
My fish was this big. Oh, yours was that big?
My
No,
fish
mine was this big.
Exactly.
Yo,
I feel like
you killed that guy? I was picking people off in Haiti.
Killed all of ISIS.
Yeah.
I was in the drone that took down Bin Laden.
I was the drone. I was
the missile.
I was the bomb. Yeah. My missile was this big. Yeah. I guess.
My Bin Laden was this big.
Yeah. My Bin Laden was this big. Welcome back to the Pocket Lint Podcast.
It's not what it's called yet.
Just me and Casey out here.
We might change
trying to think of something to talk about.
That's basically what it is. This is episode 11.
It's been a while.
Can you believe? Yeah, it has been forever.
It's been like
can you
3
believe
weeks. Episode 11.
We've made it this far.
I can't believe we've done that many.
Yeah. And to be fair, episode 2 was split into 2 parts, which we would now call 2 separate episodes. But we were figuring out the whole numbering system then, so we just...
So it's really 12?
It is. Should I just change the numbers on all
the
the
episodes? No, you can't skip a number. Oh,
no, just go
them?
back and, yeah. Just retcon the entire
Just forget
series.
about
it. Okay.
It'll get
just
buried.
Ignore that.
Yeah.
If people don't like that one anyway, so...
All right. Well, how was your 3 weeks?
My 3 weeks. I'm going to try to remember I wrote some stuff down so I can try to not forget.
That's a good idea.
Let's see.
That.
So the first week we skipped was because of the play, right?
I believe so.
I think that was it. Okay, so I'll talk about that. So I was in what translation did we go with for the name? I think we called it A Dollhouse.
Something like that.
A Dollhouse. By Henrik Ibsen, which is a
Doll's
Norwegian
house,
play.
House.
It's translated as
that.
all the
house
different
of a
ways.
doll.
Yeah. But people who know theater pretty well, it's a pretty popular play among the theater crowd.
I had heard the name before, but I had no idea what it was about.
Yeah, most people who aren't into theater know nothing about it.
Yeah.
But you should. It's a really good play with some good questions.
It was very interesting.
It's a very thought-provoking one.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a blast. That's my last play in high school. And I counted, and at GCT, the co-op where I just graduated from and you went to for a while.
Yeah.
I did, guess how many plays I was in there?
6.
9.
9?
9 plays.
Really?
9, yeah.
Well, you were in you padded the numbers because you were always little. The little boy when they needed a little boy.
It does count that I was in Midsummer Night's Dream, even though I had one line and that was
barely.
Crying.
The King and I, you were actually in heavily.
Yeah, well, I had to whistle. Okay, I was a whistler. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that I was good at it, but I had to whistle.
I want to see if I can guess them. Midsummer Night's Dream, King and I.
I'm going to be embarrassed here that I
Little
counted
Women.
completely wrong.
I'm going out of order, but
yeah,
Little Women.
Yeah. That is a play I was in.
Doll's House or a Dollhouse.
Yeah.
I'm running out already.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah, I give up. I got 4.
I don't know. Let's see if I can actually remember all of them. So there was, starting from the beginning, I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm.
A Christmas Carol is the first one I was in.
Oh, yeah, you were.
That bawled my eyes out when I found out I was going to be in that.
You were
I love acting.
Very little.
I was very little for that. And then I think next was Midsummer Night's Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Then The King and I, or Anna and the King, whichever we called it.
Oh, yeah.
And what was next? The Best Christmas Pageant Ever is in there somewhere. Little Red Robin Hood.
I didn't see any of these.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Those were like the middle school plays.
Yeah.
And then Sense and Sensibility, which does count, even though we had to do it digitally, which was...
that was tough.
And then Little Women and A Dollhouse, and I guess I'm missing one, because we're at 8 right now.
Weren't you in one where it was just black t-shirts?
Oh, yeah. Night of Shakespeare. So that's 9. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which is crazy, because that's
a ton.
ton.
I was in 3, I think. I couldn't even name
And
them.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Topper in Christmas Carol.
Never
that wasn't acting.
That. Never
that
speak
was
of
not
that.
Acting.
No, that was a boy trying to stay alive on stage for 5 minutes.
Yes. Ha ha! Funny!
Ha 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 ha! Okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah. What a time. What a time to be alive.
Shakespeare in the Park.
You you did really well in that.
when
I
we
wish
did,
I had the opportunity
That was so
to
much
do
fun. What did we do?
You
All's
did.
well that ends. What's it called? As you
yeah.
like it. All's well that ends well.
Now you're confusing me. I think it's all.
Much ado. That's
Oh,
what
there
it
we go.
was. Much ado.
That's
we
not
did
the
much
same-
ado
okay.
about nothing. Yeah.
There we go.
I was like, I could not remember. But yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah, that was. I wish I could have been in that.
That was a blast. That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, time flies.
Well, anyways,
okay,
the Dollhouse.
continuing. So that happened, which was great,
That
and
was
I'm so
good.
glad that I was able to do that as my last play. I think it went super well, and couldn't have had a better cast, honestly, because it was 5 people, tiny cast, but it was great. We all did really, really well. And then after that, let's see. I think the next missed week was you were busy,
what did you
right?
do last weekend? Yeah, I went to Virginia.
Okay, I'm trying to here. I'll try
That
to
was
cover
last
me
weekend,
first.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else that I've done. Well, I graduated, kind of.
I was
Homeschooling
gonna
makes
say
that
you're
really
a graduated
weird.
boy now.
Yeah, I mean, I probably not even gonna do a ceremony. We'll probably have a party in July or something because ceremonies are boring, and the party is the good part of that. So
Yeah,
why not just do the good part?
Here's what I have to say to you now that you're 18. Get a credit card immediately.
I did try to apply for the Apple Card.
Immediately.
They
Not the
reje-
Apple
they
Card. They
rejected
reject.
me.
Yeah, obviously they rejected you. You have no credit.
It wasn't because of my credit. It's because my income is too low.
You don't have an income.
Because my yearly income is like $2,000.
Yeah. They're like, no thanks. You're a liability, bud. No, we're all set.
Yeah. Okay.
I just got my what's it called?
I don't know.
Cash deposit back. Remember, I had to
yeah.
on a
Stupid
secured
credit card.
credit card because I waited so long to get a credit card. You have to like pay them
You were
how
just
much you
borrowing
want your
against
credit limit to
yourself.
be. It's like I could just have this in my bank account and borrow from myself, which other people call spending money.
Yeah.
But Discover was like, no, we'll just hold on to it for you, just so you can like prove that you're not irresponsible.
You can play it having a credit
But
card.
anyways, they finally gave it back, so now I have a real credit card
That's good.
with like
Finally.
real credit, and my credit limit went up, which was cool.
That's good.
But yeah, do that immediately.
Don't waste
so
that
you're
on
not,
pickleball.
So you're not so far behind, like I am.
Well,
If I didn't have Emily to co-sign my car, I wouldn't have a car.
I can verify that.
Get credit. Don't
Yeah.
use it, but get a credit card. Just be responsible with your money.
Get the high score on
Don't
credit.
overspend. Yeah, I'm working on my high score.
Yeah,
Not there yet.
I'm gonna try to work a bunch this summer. Although I have the internship starting next month,
yeah.
I think. So
How long is that? Like 2 months?
I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. Actually, I should know that. I should ask that.
You should know that.
I'll probably find out more details
Sweet.
as we're coming up to that. The coaster wanted to come with me. So then, did I do anything else? I'm trying to think. Well, I was just telling you I finished writing a short story,
Mm-hmm.
which was a lot of fun, and I'm actually pretty proud of. And it's not. I'm trying to publish it on Apple Books right now, but that's a whole process of getting verified for taxes and stuff. But I'll let
That's
the
a lot.
listeners know when that's out, and I might set the price to like $1 or like a nickel.
$1. Does it need to be? Can it be free?
It could be free. I feel like
But
I'm
you can't have
undervaluing
that.
myself.
You can't.
I can't have
You can't
that.
sacrifice the art.
No, I can't. I can't. I can't.
You're like, I gotta gatekeep
I can't give
this.
myself away
I gotta
like that.
gatekeep this somehow. This
Exactly.
isn't for everybody.
Exactly.
It's not a
We
pamphlet
could put
for
it
the
on
masses.
the Patreon. That has one thing right
The
now
Patreon
because there's no
listeners.
members yet.
There's-
Come on, people. It's $1 a month. That's like 2 expensive cups of coffee a year.
I don't care.
We're 2 expensive cups of coffee.
Here's
Shut
what-
up.
here's what I have to say about
don't say anything.
Patreon.
Don't listen to him.
I wouldn't join
You're-
if I was you.
If people join,
it's not worth the
if
money.
No, it's not.
It's
currently
$1
worth the
and
money.
it's not worth the money. It's a scam. Don't do it. Don't join.
If people join, we will put stuff on
All
there.
I have to say is that
and
if I
as
was
we
a
said
listener,
before, we'll sell Teddy's old clothing because apparently that's
Yeah.
that's what's wanted.
I have an old pair of jeans, which I don't need anymore.
We're just gonna
so
turn it into
if anyone's like a-
subscription
if
Salvation
anyone's
Army.
a 3032 or
We're
a
gonna have a
3232,
subscription-based thrift store.
Yeah.
That's what this is gonna be.
Sweet, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like an
well, there's one
online,
video there.
Plato's Closet.
If you want to know that one kind of short video, it's very short.
It's not long. It's not
It's
like
not
an
long
extra
at all.
episode. Don't get your hopes up.
No, it's real short. But
Don't join. I wouldn't.
we'll figure out other stuff. And
Anyways.
when Lane's back, we'll probably start doing some of the stuff we talked about, like going to the mall and
We should have like a gaming channel.
Lane and I tried that for one video on a different YouTube channel, and
Didn't go well.
well, I don't know.
We just
Maybe we don't have it.
we need an editor and like someone to sift
Instead
through
of
all
me?
the footage and like edit through. You can do it if you want. I don't want to do it.
I don't know.
That's too much
Hey,
of my time.
maybe we can. I don't know what games to do though. We're not gamers. I think that's the problem. Is we know nothing.
Lane said the Minecraft realm is back up.
I know.
I tried
loaded
to
it.
join it last night. It wouldn't let
I
me.
had to figure out how to crack into my Microsoft account
Oh,
on my
yeah.
laptop because that password
If
wasn't
you leave
saved.
that for a while.
But yeah, I got back in, and then went into the world and was like, I don't remember how to play this.
Yeah, I
or
tried-
what to do.
I tried to load
I'm
it.
so lost.
My laptop thought about it for like 5 minutes, and then the fan just started freaking out, and it was like piping hot. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do
yeah,
this right
mine
now."
doesn't have a fan. So there.
What is it? Liquid cooled?
It's just
It just doesn't
newer,
overheat.
so it doesn't overheat.
Wow, must be nice. Mine's,
Well, it's also a limit on how much it can do.
mine's always piping
Couldn't
hot.
animate a Marvel movie on
Is that how the airs are?
the newer Airs. Once they switch to the Apple-made chips, it's
Mhm.
efficient enough that it really doesn't get hot,
Interesting.
which is nice. Okay, what else did I do? I'm trying to think if anything more. I could post the short film I made to the Patreon if people want to see that.
It's pretty good.
That was cool. That was inspired by Fahrenheit 451, which is a
The
fantastic book.
transitions are
Everyone should read that book.
You should read that book.
Yeah, I think that's
That's it?
basically all I've done. I did not have, wasn't very eventful, I guess. I'll let you know.
You did
if
your
I,
play.
if I remember anything
last
else. That was
weekend?
great. That was awesome.
Well, my 2 weeks,
Yeah.
thanks for asking, were
How were your 2 weeks, Teddy?
pretty good. I did lighting for the play.
You did.
Both
that was
nights?
very complicated.
Yeah,
I was very impressed.
I turned them on at the beginning, and
You
then I
did.
turned them off when you guys were done. Pretty much, and for intermission,
You did. You
pretty
did have
pretty
intermission.
complex stuff. But yeah, that was good. That's what I did that weekend. And then, last weekend was my big event. So my friend Jake from school, college, my good friend.
He gets a shout out here.
Shout out Jake Deffitt, my boy. He graduated from the basic school. Now I forget what it is. It's not officer candidate school. He already did that. But I can't remember what it is. But it's like the officers' basic school.
Don't look at me.
So
I
he
have no
graduated and commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Marines, and then he went through the first phase of that, the officer training, infantry training. So he had his graduation last weekend, so we drove down to go to that with Martin and Emily, my wife. Martin's another good friend. And then, it was a blast. Stayed at an Airbnb, hung out with Jake's family, and then went to DC the day after. Walked around DC all day. We got like 8 miles in.
Not bad.
That's what
Not
that's what the health app said, or Jake's Fitbit or Emily's Fitbit. I can't remember. But yeah, it was sweet. Got to see also the museums
Yeah.
in DC. Not that good. Not so great.
Wait, which ones did you go to?
The monuments are cool. Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
it was like the end of the day. Like we walked around all the monuments in the reflecting pool. Got
Yeah.
to see my boy Abe.
What a
Ran
guy.
into Micah, which I told you about. My
Yeah.
other friend from school just happened to be in DC in the same day, so we got to see him, which was awesome. But yeah, Martin and I were both like, over it. Hate walking. Can we go home? A little bit. Like,
DC is always bigger than I realize. I'm like, yeah, all the
It's
monuments
so
are like
big.
15
Yeah,
feet apart. You can
no.
just walk and see them all.
it's a lot of walking, but it was a beautiful day. It was awesome. I got a nice burn, a nice like back of the neck burn and face burn.
That's good.
But anyways, we went to the museums like at the last part of the day.
Which ones
so
did
we
you go
didn't
to?
go to a lot. So we went to American history.
Yeah.
Super lame. Not a lot of good stuff in there. Just like old cars and like random stuff that
All right.
I don't care about.
All right.
Uh,
Bad reviews.
and
for
then we
that.
went to the Natural History Museum, which is slaps. It's actually awesome. They have just like so many cool animals there just to look at. I'm more of a visual guy. I don't like reading all the plaques. I just want to like see it.
Mhm.
So that was good. And then the day before, we went to the Marine Corps Museum, which is near Quantico. It's like 45 minutes near where we stayed, like 40 minutes from DC. But that is actually awesome. Like so well done.
Really? I've never been to
Keeps
that
you
one.
engaged. The exhibits are so well done. It's just like it puts you in each historical piece of the Marines in each battle, and then there is some
That's
reading,
cool.
but yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah,
But those are the only two museums we got to go into in DC.
there are a lot of cool museums in the world and a lot of very, very boring ones.
I know. I wanted to go to the Bible Museum so bad.
The Museum of the Bible
But it costs
is,
money.
It does.
And
Have you
couldn't do
been?
that.
You've
And then
been
we
there,
wanted.
right?
No, I've never been.
What?
I know. I wanted to go really bad, but
Yeah, it does
wasn't about
cost
to
money.
pay for it.
It's worth it though, because that's.
if
And I'm not
if
just saying that because I'm like, hey, it's a Bible museum, so I have to like it. It's actually like one of the best museums I've been to.
no, I really
Specifically, which is it? The Old Testament exhibit that they have, which is like a walkthrough whole experience, is really, really, really well done.
I really want. If we go back and I have like more time, so we can like start our day with museums and like.
Yeah.
It's not like the end of the day when you're like, okay, yeah, let's get the museum over
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I would go to that, and then Emily really wanted to go to the Spy Museum, which
I've never been to that one either.
But that one
That
also
would be
costs
cool.
money. So we didn't.
I guess
we
the
didn't do
cool
either of
ones
those.
always cost money.
I guess so. But yeah, that was my weekend last weekend, and then yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
So that was good.
I feel like
Oh, and I got Hey Dudes.
I didn't even know
I bought
those
Hey
were a thing.
Dudes. I'm wearing them right now for you visual listeners. Pretty
Thank you
sweet.
for showing off your feet.
Pretty sweet. Very cool. They're so comfortable.
For the audio listeners, let's hear a description of
I
your
recommend
shoes.
it. Okay, so they're gray, and then on the back,
They are gray.
as Hey Dudes do, they have that like patch of on the heel that's like different pattern, and mine are like kind of black and white Aztec-y a little bit.
Okay. All right.
And then the sole is white, speckled with gray,
Wow, this is very in depth.
and yeah, the laces are a nice stretchy fabric,
That is
also gray.
that's very good.
and yeah, Hey Dudes.
For some reason, I
Really
have
good.
no
They're
idea.
so light. They're so
That's good.
comfy.
Light shoes-
I feel like I'm barefoot.
Light shoes
It's
are,
awesome.
are very good.
Obviously, I'm wearing socks with them because, as we know, my feet sweat a lot, and I can't do socks with no or shoes with no socks.
I don't think
I can't wear slippers
I really
either.
don't think anyone should. Slippers are
I can't do slippers.
good in like the winter. I
Nope.
don't get the people who just wear slippers as shoes out into the world.
I can't do slippers ever. Midwinter, my feet will just like
That's tough.
be sopping wet.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Slippers do get gross after a while for anyone though. I
Mhm.
think for most people.
Well, yeah, that was
For some reason, that just reminded me, and this has nothing to do with what we were just talking about.
okay.
Literally nothing. This is just
I'm prepared.
a very funny meme that I had seen a while ago in the past 2 weeks. So we're covering something. I don't know
Mhm.
why you reminded me of this, but it was somebody suggesting, what if there was a world where the personalities of Bob Ross and Gordon Ramsay switched, but they were still doing the same things.
So it was just like Gordon Ramsay.
The angriest painter instructing you that you've ever seen,
Oh my gosh.
and the chillest
And
cook judge.
Gordon Ramsay.
That's all right. That's just happy little chicken accident.
Happy little chicken accident.
Wouldn't that be kind of amazing?
I would watch both of those shows.
That would be so good.
Very fervently, loyally.
The angry painter.
I want to see
would be
that
great.
right now. I was just watching yesterday a compilation of all of the like medical evacuations from Hell's Kitchen. Gordon Ramsay.
Oh,
like,
wow.
People need to be like
Yeah.
the stress gets to them. They have to quit the
I'm sure.
competition because they get like hospitalized
Yeah, there's
from stress.
there's a bunch of those. I would
like-
also think probably
That's
sometimes
wild.
just like the heat plus stress from a kitchen. would
Yeah,
get
they
you.
just like don't eat. It's super hot in there. They pass out, or this guy like developed a heart condition.
Oh my god.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, why would anyone do this show? Gordon Ramsay's out here killing people.
Not as much as Alec Baldwin.
No, well, that's a little different. He actually,
Different scenario.
yeah.
That was a bit of a dark joke. I'm sorry.
So offensive.
Yeah, you reminded me talking about TV. I watched The Covenant.
I gotta see that.
Directed by Guy Ritchie over our little
Was it as
sabbatical
good
here.
as the hype?
What is the hype?
We hyped it up so much when we were talking about movies. We raved about Guy Ritchie
Did
for
we?
like 10
Guy
minutes.
Ritchie's great. And I think if you like war movies,
I do.
which I will say,
I eat
there's
them up.
not a ton of people who actually just like love war movies.
Yeah, there is.
Not that many.
Are
it's
you
not,
kidding?
Well, I'm just saying it's not like the broad appeal that like Marvel has or something.
Ew, Marvel. No.
Used to have.
War movies
Um,
are way better than Marvel movies.
and also there are some that like bridge the gap. Like Hacksaw Ridge is just a good movie that happens to take place around war. I don't even know if I'd call that a war movie.
It's like
it's just
The
a
first
fantastic
half of
movie.
it is like no war at all.
Yeah, but The Covenant, super good, and also just interesting with like how it's kind of relating to the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Really?
Because it, like, I mean, like all movies based on a true story, it has a little bit of writing at the end, and it's
Oh yeah. It's
there's just like a brief note
this is what happened to
on
this
that.
guy.
But it's interesting that like Guy Ritchie's actually kind of addressing that.
That's very relevant.
Which is,
Topical.
it's good to see, and it's really good movie, really well done, super like it pulls you in. You know Argo?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
If for anyone who's seen Argo,
So stressful.
it's the most stressful movie on
it
the
pulls you
planet
in so
for
much.
what, like the last third
Yeah.
of the movie. You're just like
It's awesome. You're like yelling
ripping
at the
pieces
TV.
out of your chair. Can't. Yeah, I actually fell
fantastic.
asleep during that part of the movie
I hate
one
you.
time. I was exhausted.
I
Okay,
hate
it was at like 2 a.m.
Whatever.
But normally it's very stressful. It's like that, except the entire movie is just
That's awesome.
really,
That's so good.
really in it.
I actually
Very thrilling.
I have two things to say that you made me think of. Both from, shout out, the Joe Rogan Experience podcast.
You a big fan?
From a distance. I don't listen to it that much because he's not on Apple Podcasts. He's only on Spotify.
That is
I don't use
annoying.
Spotify. I use Apple.
No disrespect to our Spotify listeners. You're
No,
great.
Spotify is
You're great,
great.
guys.
It's just not. We have the family plan of
Yeah.
Apple. But anyways,
Well, podcast is free.
Emily has on Spotify. Podcasts are free.
I think so.
Interesting.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
I'm
I
just saying Apple Podcast. You don't have to pay for.
Oh yeah, but that's why I don't use Spotify.
Okay.
But Emily uses Spotify, so we were listening to that on the drive down to Jake's graduation, which was like 10 hours.
That's fair. It's
But
a long podcast.
I
but
listened
it's good for that.
to Tim Kennedy was on there talking about.
Very cool guy.
Oh my gosh, he's the coolest.
He's a very cool
But
guy.
apparently, when they were pulling out of Afghanistan, he and a small team of people went in there as a NGO, a non-governmental organization or operation, and just like went because the U.S. military was confined to just the airport. They were like, "That's the safe ground. If you get here, we'll protect you, but we can't go out into the streets."
Yeah.
But Tim Kennedy and a bunch of
They
other
went
people
out into the street?
went out into the streets.
Okay, that's
And we're
so
just like
cool.
evacuating people out of there, like fighting ISIS.
That's
just like
sick.
like grabbing people. They would check their papers to make sure the person like they scheduled people applied to that, and then they were like, okay, we're coming to get you. Be
That's
here.
so cool.
And then he like got people out and got
That
them
is
to the airport.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
so cool.
All right,
I was
he
like,
just
they
went up a
need,
level of cool
they
in
need
my-
to
in
make
my
a movie
ranking.
out of that. Like that would be amazing. What a cool movie.
That would be fantastic.
And then the other thing I listened to, I forget who it was. Jesse Ventura, I think.
I don't think I know who.
But
that is.
anyways, I learned, speaking of war movies
Yeah.
and all of that, American Sniper. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen it or read the book.
I don't know if I have seen that one.
But I learned that Chris Kyle, like straight up, just lied about a ton of stuff in
Oh,
his
really?
book. Yeah.
Well, that's not
Like
great.
so much is just like not true. And I was like,
Uh-oh.
what? Like Jesse Ventura, who was on the show, he used to be like governor of Minnesota and was like a Navy SEAL
Okay.
or whatever. But Chris Kyle said in the book, or he didn't name him in the book, but he said there was some older veteran who was like disrespecting the military, and Chris Kyle like punched him out, and then it was a whole thing. And then later in interviews, he said it was Jesse Ventura. So Jesse Ventura's had like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's hated him,
Yeah.
but he countersued Chris Kyle, and then the foundation, the estate, when Chris Kyle died, and that's been a whole thing because it was like totally a lie, and Jesse Ventura proved in court that it was just like absolutely
Wow.
not true. Like there's pictures of him that night and the night after, like just hanging out with
That's not a great look.
that. Like that never happened, and then he like says in the book how during like the whole Haiti cleanup, I think I didn't finish the book.
You didn't finish the book.
No, I didn't. Like, back when I was reading the book, I just didn't really like it as much. Like, Lone Survivor, I loved the book, but I kind of just fell out of American Sniper because, like, I didn't like the book that much.
Alright.
But apparently Chris Kyle talks about like being posted up on like a tower in Haiti and like shooting people while they were looting in the book, and that just like never happened. Like just never happened.
Well, that's interesting.
So pretty weird.
That is very weird.
It was so. I was like trying to defend him because he's such a hero, and I've idolized him, and just like everybody loves him. That movie's great, American Hero, and then it's like, yeah, he just like lied about a ton of stuff.
Yikes!
So yeah,
that's an interesting discovery.
Never meet your heroes, I guess.
Or never listen to the Joe Rogan Experience about your heroes.
I guess so, except for Tim Kennedy.
Yeah,
he idolized him.
That's true.
That man is perfect. He's awesome.
Apparently,
Tim
he's
Kennedy
just cool.
Is so cool. I love Tim Kennedy. But yeah, that's what I learned about American Sniper. Now I'm like, what the heck? You know, who can you trust?
Apparently not him.
Apparently not him.
Yeah, I guess, or I don't know. I feel like war would be in the same category of like fishing. Just in the way that, you know how fishermen
the stories
always
get
like,
bigger and bigger.
I caught a fish this big. Well, because your
like,
buddy was...
My fish was this big? Oh, yours was that big? No,
fish
mine was this big.
Exactly.
Yo, I feel like you killed that guy? Well, I was picking people off in Haiti.
I killed all of ISIS.
Yeah.
I was in the drone that took down bin Laden.
I was the drone. I was
the missile.
I was the bomb, yeah. My missile was this big. Yeah, I guess.
My bin Laden was this big.
Yeah. My bin Laden was this big.
Yeah. It just seems, I guess that would be easy for things to get kind of built up. Although
I guess
he's the one telling the story, so that's not like an innocent.
Yeah.
Somebody heard me telling the story.
Like he wrote that down in a book and published it.
Yeah,
pretty wild. But yeah,
maybe it was like a ghostwriter situation.
Oh, like the story got relayed differently?
Well, you know how some people, like, for their autobiographies, except no one famous actually writes those?
They just interview with an author. And
the author's like, man, we'll make up the rest of it. Okay.
Yeah, done.
Maybe that happened.
Could be.
And he was just like, I don't know. It was late at night.
He was like, yeah,
and he
sure,
was like,
whatever.
Yeah, one time I was on the tower picking off looters. Yeah, it's crazy time, man.
Yeah, it's wild. And he's like, must have been in Haiti.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I guess that was our...
That's how my weekend was last weekend.
Weekend?
Or my weeks.
2 weeks? 3?
2 weekends, 3 weeks.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Did I do
Nothing happens to me during
else?
the week, so it's not really notable.
I've just been, like, reading a lot recently.
Good.
Which is good.
That's good for you.
And I finally got Goodreads, by the way.
Oh, did you follow me?
I think you did. I tried.
I think I saw it and I friended you.
I don't think you did.
No?
No. I think I've been ghosted here.
I'm so sorry.
Speaking of which, I watched Ghosted a while ago.
Is it good? Oh, I think you already told me about it.
I might have. I'm at the point at Red Barn where I'm running out of things to, like, watch.
You watch a lot. Oh,
there's a lot of time
you need
to watch
and
listen to things.
Inside Man.
What?
It's by the people who did Sherlock.
I'm listening.
Starring David Tennant.
I'm very listening.
And Stanley Tucci.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy from the Hunger Games.
I haven't seen any of those.
Well, he's Caesar in the Hunger Games. Who's like, hello, welcome to the Hunger Games. Oh, you look fabulous, Katniss. Oh, wow.
I got nothing. I think I know the guy you're talking about by sight, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, it's very good. It's like this. I don't even know. It's like murdery, but no murder has happened yet. But I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
There's murder in the air?
But it's also mystery, and it's kind of like this guy who's like, he's on death row for killing his wife.
All right.
But people come to him with like their cases, and he solves them from within the jail cell just because he's so good.
That is interesting.
And then David Tennant's a vicar who's like...
Classic. Hey, look.
In trouble. I won't give it away.
If you add some sort of like vicar, priest, father figure with mystery...
Yeah, come on.
Only good can come from it.
But yeah, you should watch it. I think you'd like it. It's weird, but it's so interesting, and I'm withholding my opinion on the show until it's over.
Okay, that's fair. Is it new? Is it like a recent thing?
I think so. I can't really tell. It's new to Netflix.
Okay, but recent-ish.
But
it's not like an old.
Yeah, like David Tennant's not young.
Okay.
I think it's pretty recent.
That again, you're reminding me. We're just ping-ponging here. Was reminding me. I am so hyped for... I don't think you've watched season 1, but season 2 of Foundation on Apple TV is
No,
coming out.
never seen it.
In July, I think. And I am so excited.
Really?
You really should watch the first season because it's really interesting. I haven't read the book, although I almost bought it a couple days ago.
Oh, is there a book?
Yeah, it's based on an Isaac Asimov series. And
Love it. I gotta
but,
watch
like,
that. Maybe I watch that this weekend.
you should watch it because the special effects are so good,
Yeah.
and it's just it's a really interesting, kind of confusing sometimes show. It's a wide span of time covered, but it's good.
I'm listening. Nice. All right. What are we at for time?
We're at about a half an hour now, so I guess we can call that a wrap. This was
That was
basically a recap.
It was just a catch up.
This is well,
A catch up.
a ketchup,
A ketchup.
and a mustard.
A lot of
it's
ketchup.
It's a must hear, and maybe a must heard.
Ooh. You must heard. Well, in hindsight, ketchup has an ugly brother. I'll take it through the onion cutter. I don't know. I forget how it goes.
But that's amazing.
You must heard.
Highly recommend whatever
Go watch
whatever that's called.
Ketchup versus mustard rap battle right now.
It's a good one.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. You've been caught up on why we were missing for a little bit, and
Oh, and also I will be, well, I guess I could say this next week, but
Yeah.
I'll be here this week, today,
yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
I'm here. And then next week, hopefully we'll have the three of us on. Lane will be on because he's coming home.
if we can manage to tag team, that would be great. Where we fit him,
and
I
then
guess I don't know.
after that, I will be gone for the whole month of June.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing my EMT course, so I will I'll be gone on
Yeah.
Fridays. I won't have my normal schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But then in July, I mean, we're just gonna be busy in July.
I mean,
But we'll try to get some in.
we can try to record. We can't guarantee
I don't know. It's up in the air during the summer.
how standard this will be, but if we're not recording podcast episodes because we're like at the beach or something, we will be working on some other projects we have in the works, specifically radio drama that we've been working on for a while.
Oh, will we?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we will. That's been
We will.
It's been kickstarted again.
Good.
I got to finish writing the script, and I might be able to get Lane to help me with that, but
That would be sweet.
then we'll get it going. And also,
do that. Maybe we'll just film some vlogs,
I can
some videos at the beach
for the Patreon.
No.
For the Patreon members.
Don't
of
buy
course.
Patreon.
No, it's, you should. You should. You're not good at this.
You're not. good
Stop
at
it.
I'm just saying. I have a lot of podcasts that I listen to, none of which I buy the Patreon for,
That is fair.
because it's plenty
That's
of
fair.
content.
But Teddy, we're influencers, you know?
I'm not an influencer.
You're not an influencer?
No,
You're not that guy, pal?
I just come and I talk to you once a week, and then
yeah.
and then it gets posted on the internet.
Why are you
That's
becoming Mark Wahlberg?
Then it
over
gets
there?
posted on the internet,
Yeah.
and that's about it. That's all I do. I just come and I sit down, and then
Yeah, look forward to hearing it if you're interested in radio dramas. It's probably going to be a lot of voices like that because it's going to be like 4 people trying to do all the voices.
It's a very cool idea.
It is. If we can finish that, that'll be
I love
awesome.
radio drama, like old time radio shows. They need to make a comeback.
well. Hey, maybe we can.
And like Adventures in Odyssey and stuff like
Odyssey?
that. Odyssey.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like
stuff.
I want more of that.
More of that.
I
Well,
do.
hey, look,
truly.
maybe-
to listen
maybe
to
we
in the
can
car
start
and
it.
stuff. It's like an audio
With enough
show.
support. With enough support.
We don't need support. We can just do it.
These things cost money, Teddy.
Yeah, and somebody paying
No,
us
seriously,
$1 for the
thing
Patreon isn't going to make a
the
difference.
thing we need money for is not even that. It's just when we have,
We don't
because
need
Lane
money at
will
all.
bring more mics. We just like basic things of we need mic stands,
I don't want your money.
stuff like that. Because that way
We
we'll
don't
be
need
able
your
to put
money.
one directly in front of your face and turn you up so people can hear
Yeah,
you.
because I talk so
Or
quietly.
just eat the mic. We should use the lapel mic for you. Just tape
That'll
it to
pick
your
up the
chin.
whole room, though.
No, just tape it right here.
Just a Fumit, like a little soul patch.
Fu mic shoe.
Hey,
And-
everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks
All
for
right.
listening, everybody.
Yeah, good to talk to you guys again. I was going to say good to see you, good to hear from you. None of that happened.
Good to hear at you.
Yeah,
Good to speak at you.
good to speak at you. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, feel free to do any of the following. Like,
Subscribe.
share,
Turn on notifications.
leave a rating,
Download.
or donate.
Follow us on Instagram at @ToThePointPodcast_.